friend. She been down since the jellies and the bobos. Now me stepping out the Jeep, got my nullos. When we pull up to the scene, they be filled with jealousy. If a finicky, she gon' bring that phone with the T like. Guess what? All the rich boys wanna on us. I just end up, you could look, don't touch. And I'm back busting bands every time we link up.
That my best friend, she a real bad, got her own money. She don't need no on the dance floor. She had 2, 3, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in.
That's my best friend, she a real bad, drive her own car. She don't need no lift in the. No, my girl gon' tip. Now she twerking, she throw it out and come back in.
That my best friend, if you need a I ain't dumb, but she my Tweedledee. If she ride for me, she don't need a key. If you sideways, she straighten you if need to be. And she so bad that I just can't take that nowhere. She off her said, don't go there. Break her back, she protect and attack it. Let them buckle, give no air. Whole world wanna be us. Then my main, she my day one on my way. Let you get celebrate, cause we the baddest in the club. That's my best friend. She a real bad, got her own money. She don't need no on the dance floor. She had 2, 3, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in.
That's my best friend. She a real bad, drive her own car. She don't need no lift in the. No, my girl gon' tip. Now she twerking, she throw it out and come back in hot. Best friend, you the baddest and you know it. Uh-oh, girl, I think I'm growing. Get up in the mirror, hit them poses. Best friends and you glowing. Best friends and your wrist is like it's frozen. Uh-oh, girl, I think I'm growing. Get up in the mirror, hit them poses. Best friend, you soulmate.
Going down. Know we've been wanting. We should keep running all night. Passenger side, Bonnie and Clyde. The real life will be all. Maybe we go south. Getting in go now. Hey, but we should say so. I think they're getting closer. I wanna get locked down with you. I wanna see every light, purple and blue. I wanna get locked down with you. See every light, purple and blue. Oh yeah, sipping down sunset, money still haunted. Took what we wanted. Bye bye. We on a passenger side, chop her up high. Rely, we'll be alright. Maybe we go south. Getting in go now. Go right now like hey, but we should say something. I think they're getting closer.
We are live at the Staples Center. For a Western Conference contest with the Los Angeles Clippers here in L.A. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Outside, George. Pass to Ibaka. Some talent for sure in the backcourt tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across from another top-level guard?
No, it always raises the stakes, and you want to rise to that challenge. But in the end, it all comes back to winning as a team.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Outside for Jackson. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Now, here's Doncic. And the rejection by Ibaka. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Here's Doncic. It's a 5-point game.
Luka Doncic.
That one goes in.
The assist. Boban Marjanovic.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And here's George. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
George really efficient close to the hoop. He makes the most of just about every chance down low.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Now, here's George. After Luka Doncic's miss. Outside Leonard. 6 to shoot. George trying to break free. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And inside, Kawhi can be such a force, able to power his way to the shot.
On the wing, Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. Launches it. They get the rebound. Marjanovic.
Boban Marjanovic.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Outside for Jackson. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jackson's got 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
From deep. He's off on that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter of the game.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
Pass to Jackson. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Doncic. Nails the baby hook. He's got 8.
Boy, what balance from Doncic. I mean, he never seems to get rattled, even when he attracts contact on the way to score. Maintains his poise in those situations extremely well for a young player.
First team foul.
The Mavericks trailing. .105 left in the first quarter. Doncic.
Clippers foul.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second team foul.
Marcus Morris picks one up. There.
Shooting for Dallas.
Boy, Doncic is so good at going at the defense. And when he goes at him like that, it puts the defense in a tough spot. Very crafty.
And you know you're special when you're drafted 3rd and people still can't believe you slipped that far. That's how good Doncic has been in his young career.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 1. With the drive.
Luka Doncic.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got 11 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
George with no one around. Hands it from downtown.
already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
The drive by Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now Doncic. Shot clock at 6. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Not going to go that time.
That's the
Tie game in Los Angeles. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
Spirit Dance Team.
All right, guys, let's get up. Let's get up.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 13. On the wing, Doncic. And the rejection by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
To the middle. Ibaka outside. From deep, George. The rebound by Marjanovic.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kristaps Porzingis is returning to form after his knee surgery. He says making sure it's strong and stable is nonstop work. I'm feeling better, and I have confidence that I can go out there and play freely. His offense has been great. It's the defensive end he's still getting right. Guys?
Well, we know he can be a presence, DA, and I think eventually he's going to be what he wants to be. Thank you.
First personal foul.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. Mavericks leading by 5. Here's Doncic. And the rejection by Ibaka. Jackson in the corner. Off target with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Doncic. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Doncic, such a difficult matchup. Too big for a guard, too skilled for most wings. Luka is simply a problem in capital letters, exclamation point.
Now, here's Doncic. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Hardaway, no good. Here's Leonard. Outside for Jackson. Hardaway with the steal. And Doncic, here we go. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Marjanovic. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And he recovers it. Lock at 6. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And it's Doncic missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Screen by Ibaka. And they recover it. Leonard, no luck. Now, here's Doncic. 15 points in the game. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor. And the NBA shifting the rules. We're seeing record-setting scoring. But, Clark, some think the officiating has shifted too far in the offense's favor. What do you think?
Well, I can certainly understand that sentiment, Kevin. It has created a circumstance where the offense does have the upper hand. That's always been the case, but it's tilted more so that way. But I think it's good for the game. Basketball is a contact game, but it's not a wrestling match. So I don't have a problem with the way the game is officiated as it is right now.
Back to George. Pass to Ibaka. Buries the long-range jumper.
All that practice on the positioning and timing of the catch and shoot paying huge dividends for Ibaka.
Offensive rebound. Marjanovic.
Boban
Up and in
Marjanovic.
on the layup. Marjanovic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end. Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold. This
Personal foul.
Nice work to
Foul.
get it inside and draw the
Shooting
contact.
for Dallas.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Pass to Jackson. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
That's the end of the second quarter with the score. Your Los Angeles team, 21. The Dallas team, 35.
And so we wrap up the first half. The Mavericks. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. A three from Porzingis. Lets it go with the three.
Luka Doncic.
And it's Luka Doncic with the three. Doncic has got 22.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Now Porzingis after the missed three from Reggie Jackson. Doncic left side. Hardaway for three. He can't get that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Boy, George rising up with great confidence and strength. Threw it down with authority.
Right side Porzingis. This one for three. Here's Marjanovic. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. It's good from long range. He's got 25.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now, here's Doncic. 25 points in the game. And there's the defensive 3-second call. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Kristaps Porzingis. 1 plus the penalty. 2 shots.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical.
What impresses me most about Porzingis is how versatile he is. I love that about a big man who does a little bit of everything.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Out to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got 11 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
And Kevin, everybody's dissected Luka's offensive game, trying to find that weakness. And just here to tell you, I don't think he has it.
Personal foul.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
At the line for the
Thank you,
Mavericks.
Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days, but they're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a three for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
And Hardaway gets it to go. And the play of Doncic drawing comparisons to so many all-time greats. But, Greg, the one that stood out to me, they said he's a combination of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. What do you think?
And it just makes sense. With his passing and shooting, you throw in the step-back game of James Harden, you start to see why he has become such a problem for this league. Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Stolen away. Steps back. From outside the arc. Another three for Dallas.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Now, here's Doncic. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. And Porzingis launches it from deep. It's hauled in by George.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Jackson has the open look. And the Clippers miss again.
You know, scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Doncic outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Clippers. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Yep, it counts. And that's now 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Here's Doncic. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket. And it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are and we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Clippers trail by 19. Now George. Outside for Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. And George is good for three.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Inside. Cuts off the pass. Leonard attacking. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And doing a nice job using the bounce to force the issue while earning that trip to the line.
And Greg, you look at the power that Kawhi Leonard plays with. Incredibly strong for his position.
And Kevin, it helps him finish through contact on offense. It also lets him guard bigger men. Kawhi makes great use of that strength on the wing.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Porzingis with the block.
Hey, with that length, Porzingis is always a threat to block shots. I mean, when he matches that length with really good energy and awareness, he can be a good defender.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. A good look from Doncic. Great touch on the 16-footer. Doncic has got 34. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Dallas.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Here's George, and the layup's good off the glass. George has got 11 in the second half.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Doncic outside, driving in, stolen by Jackson. Fast break, here we go. Here's George. The shot from the low post is good. And that's now 21 points for George.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
And Doncic, here we go.
Luka Doncic.
One of the things I love most about Luka Doncic, his court recognition and awareness. This guy is so sharp and alert, understands how to play.
Dorian Finney-Smith. First personal foul, second team foul.
First free throw is good.
For your Clippers, Paul George. 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
You know, I really applaud Paul George's mental fortitude. I saw him come into the league as a rookie with the Pacers in 2010, and his growth has been remarkable. He's always been able to look past his setbacks and jabs from the critics to continue to stay focused on being the best player he can be, and he's one of the very best in the league.
Dallas leading by 13. Down low. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Luka Doncic.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
The 3 from George. No good on that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
Marcus Morris.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his third foul of the game. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Doncic, here we go. Good on the bucket. Doncic has got 38 points.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial. There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. Takes it inside.
Clippers foul.
Look at Luka playing hard, which is always the way he goes.
Second personal
Hits a foul, but keeps pushing and takes his shot, playing through contact.
At the
first one falls.
Luka Doncic taking 2 shots.
All free throws good from Doncic. Clippers trail by 16. There's Jackson with the 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Mavericks.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And Marjanovic with the slam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 17 rebounds. And George, here we go. Porzingis with the block. And that one goes out of bounds.
It'll be a
judged by Zubac.
Mavericks ball.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. On the wing, Doncic. 6 to shoot. And he makes that one.
Luka Doncic.
Doncic has got 42 in the game.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
From deep, George misses. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg.